Hey, hey. Hello. Let's see. Okay. So I was gonna do a reading about an hour ago, and then I decided I was like, I'm gonna make some phone calls right now. I ended up on hold for way longer than I want to admit. And then as soon as they answered, they just hung, like, they like, hello, I can't hear you, whatever, and like hung up the phone. I'm like, nah. Anyway, so I'm a little irritated. I don't know if you understood that, but we're just gonna keep moving. But we got the Six of Wands and the Page of Pentacles, okay? So yeah, could be a little irritated. But you could be really kind of having a recognition, worth in a situation, okay? You could be feeling, more victorious, okay? You could have gone through certain transformations in certain ways that have really kind of left you feeling, maybe unbothered in certain ways. Okay, Ten of Swords. Yeah, you could have had a lot of different situations that were, of extreme difficulty at different times, okay? You could be kind of recognizing that you're moving forward into a new position, not allowing, like I said, feeling unbothered by possibly like minuscule certain issues in comparison, right? We got the Ace of Pentacles, okay? So yeah, you could be recognizing that you're closing out cycles of pain, negativity, and moving forward towards, more of what you want. You can be embracing more abundant opportunities, okay, and moving forward in new beginnings. all right. Let's see. When I come out near the top like that, I'm always like questioning it. It's like, are you sure? But I've been taking them. Okay. All right, let's see. What is going on her? Tower came in sideways. So, somebody could be like moving out of difficult situations like that. Yeah, closing out cycles of pain and negativity. Could be going through major transitions and transformations, like I was saying. But you could be really like looking forward towards the future. Oh my god, look at this. That's the card right there. Anticipation right there. So this is like the card of talking about, after you initiate certain plans, you're kind of waiting on the results or the outcome of what those shifts and changes could be bringing into your life, okay? So yeah, you could be really moving into a position of anticipation. And we got the Four of Wands right there, seeing that you're moving forward towards a desired structure, okay? Look at that. We got the Two of Cups and the Nine of Cups. This thing was getting my attention. Made me go cross-eyed. Hold on. Okay. So, let me just fix this. And there it is. So yeah, we got Two of Cups and Nine of Cups. Okay, you could be feeling like you're moving into a position where you're, really kind of recognizing the guidance that you're receiving. You could be feeling that you are, meeting up with other people who are, taking action in the same type of way. You can be moving forward in a way that you feel is, leading to true emotional fulfillment. Okay. Oh, we got the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Chariot right there. So it's like, you could be wanting to take action quickly, knowing the importance of a certain situation, really feeling like you're entering into a new emotionally fulfilling start, new chapter, and there's certain action that you're needing to take to really kind of get into alignment with this path that you are envisioning. Okay. You could be really dealing with a situation where certain truths weren't being directly, what's the word, addressed, okay? And but there is this kind of recollection or awareness that, there are certain things and desires that you're wanting to move forward towards. Wow, we got the Ace of Wands right there. You could be feeling that this new beginning emotionally is also going to really help you or allow you to express you know, what it is that you're feeling, you know, feeling truly passionate within, much more openly. Okay, you could be, you know, creating a balance within yourself at this time, and seeing that you had been possibly restricting yourself from a more celebratory position when it comes to, you know, group dynamics. Okay, but at this point, we get the Magician and the Lovers right here. You could be really feeling like you're, you know, ready to co-create and manifest in a way that you feel you could be bringing a whole new type of experience or energy into a situation, but you could also feeling stable within the loving expression that you're wanting to embark upon or enact. Okay, so you could be really feeling empowered by the awareness is formed and what it is that you could physically bring in or create in a situation. Okay, you could be really paying more attention to your intuition and what it is that you could be creating within that. Wow, we got 8 of Pentacles and 8 of Wands. Okay, so you could be looking at a situation in a much more abundant way. Feeling that you have, you know, the stability and the ability, the skills and the mastery within yourself in order to really move forward towards the goals you're wanting to achieve. You could be feeling like you're able to focus, assert yourself, and kind of move forward with whatever movement or communication you know is necessary by you. Okay, we got the 4 of Pentacles, excuse me, the Knight of Cups and the Judgment card. So you could be knowing that this is a stable situation where you could be, you know, freely expressing yourself from the heart. You could be feeling like you're moving into a greater sense of alignment after having gone down certain paths that were dead ends, and where you felt a lack or that you were missing out. You could be feeling that as you pay more attention to your intuition when it comes to what your desired expression is, you're really kind of creating the team dynamic that you are desiring of. Okay, so instead of holding yourself back, you know, like in certain dead end situations, you could be really kind of setting the tone for what it is that you're wanting to open yourself up to and have within your energy. Okay, what you're wanting to create within. And we got the King of Wands and the Page of Swords. Excuse me. Just another reiteration of what I just said, basically. Like, you could really having the education, the awareness that you needed in order to bring what you'd envisioned to fruition. And you could be having a recollection or a realization that you really have a partner that you can have, you know, be cooperative within. There could be this depth of understanding that all parties involved are doing their part. And you could be really kind of ready to receive what it was that you had envisioned. All right, yeah, you could be using your discernment, knowing that this is a true gift coming into your life, moving you into the next chapter with more healed perspective and outlook, being more joyful and connected within soul relationship dynamics. We got 6-6 right here. So yeah, you could be knowing that you're moving into a situation where you can add your energy in, and also know that there is more being given as well, instead of just something that is brought into the situation by you and taken by others. There's this reciprocity, right? And greater truths that you could be receiving of as you enter into this. Okay, so it's almost like there's this hand right there with the walnut, and they don't have anything going on, but this guy's got the only food or whatever, you know, but then this person has this as well, you know. So it's kind of like, instead of feeling, and that's not my deal. Sounds like a ridiculous explanation, but it's like there's this recollection or an awareness that, you know, what it is that you have to bring into a situation is not just going to be taken in a way for others to appreciate, but you are also, you know, going to be receiving of what it is that you're desiring of and appreciating in a situation. Okay. Okay, look at that. And we got the Two of Wands and the Hermit. So it's like there's this understanding that you can really create plans and move forward with what you knew to be important. Okay, you could be kind of, what's interesting is I didn't notice this the previous time right here. I barely got this deck, but I was just looking at this thing and this thing, but this down here that looks like columns is actually people, other bodies or entities, right? So it's like this person up here is moving forth, bringing what they had all envisioned into action, at this higher level of understanding. It's like somebody is, really kind of taking it upon themselves to navigate in a way that's much more intentional. And even with the picture right here, it's like there's this egg, right? And then there's this one that's breaking away off of him, and he still has it on him, but he's, it's like instead of just having something look like, oh, this is what I want to embrace in my life, it's like somebody is embodying what it is that they're wanting to embrace, and really bringing this to fruition in a way where they're not just receiving of what they're wanting, but they're also bringing that into the situation, so like kind of presenting what it is that they're truly desiring at the same time, so pretty cool. Got the Four of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. So somebody could be really no longer opening themselves up to situations that are leaving them feeling unfulfilled, or are the same old type of quality they had been, navigating away from or navigating through previously, okay? At this point, they could be really feeling like they are creating the momentum in order to gain, let me see, a greater stability when it comes to creating and forming what it is that they're wanting to bring into a situation much more easily, instead of feeling like they're being presented with other situations that are not in alignment with what they'd envisioned. So it's like somebody could be really feeling like they are taking the steps that they need to in order to, kind of navigate away and move more inspired, passionate, and I guess independently in a certain way. Okay, somebody could be feeling like they've done a lot of work and matured, and there's a lot that they're wanting to bring into the world. Excuse me, that is not necessarily automatically understood by others, okay? So they could be wanting to just move forward in a way that they can feel comfortable without having other people kind of take away from what they're wanting to present, right? Excuse me. So yeah, somebody could be stabilizing themselves in certain ways. It could have been illuminated to what they were fearful of, but at this time, they could be really, having a greater sense of hope. Oh wow, they could be having a greater sense of hope when it comes to, walking away from what they know is no longer in alignment, okay, and feeling like they're getting themselves prepared or becoming more prepared for what it is that they're wanting to be ready for, okay. So yeah, somebody could be feeling that, a big part of what had been keeping them from what they were, wanting to create was whether a situation, let me see, would be, whether they would be entering into the same situation that had held them back previously. But at this point, they could be feeling grounded enough within themselves to look at the situation as a positive, okay? Well, that's nice. We got the Three of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. So yeah, somebody could have gone through a lot of pain and hardship, and they could be feeling much more confident on their own, instead of feeling like they're, being vulnerable. So yesterday I was doing some like research, and I think F sharp or something was what came up, and it's like let me see, part of the Earth's grid, like resonance, okay? So it was kind of interesting. I saw a lot of different things with a different perspective after that, like awareness or whatever, and I was reminded of this card just based on how had been doing a reading, I was associating it with something else. Anyway, so I associated it the first time with Facebook. I was like, oh, maybe social media, blah, blah, blah. But now I'm seeing that this is like, you know, there could be deeper truths and awarenesses that somebody is, you know, kind of really needing to embrace outside of the fact that they had dealt with previous pain. Okay, so anyway, I got off track. Yeah, there we go. 4 of Swords right there. Yeah, so somebody could be really needing to heal from certain perspectives and recognize that, you know, who they are in certain ways is what they had been, you know, created from, you know, so the past situations have really been part of what had built them to this time, you know, and there's certain things that you could be, you know, obviously releasing yourself from that aren't assisting, but at the same time, it's like your sense of worth, the strength that you have within you, the resolve, what else would there be, like, the lines you draw, the boundaries that you have, you know, like there's certain things that you would have allowed to occur previously or would have continued with and not spoken about anything or whatever the case is, but the pain and the negativity that you've gone through have given you the greater insight in order to recognize what your boundaries are and where you don't feel that there's a need to enact an aspect of protection otherwise, you know. So you could be feeling like there's you're getting to a greater recognition within the education you had dealt with through the pain and the hardship. Okay, so there could be this, you know, elevation in perspective that somebody could be embracing. Oh, look at I got the Ace of Swords, and it's all like a, you know, in the sky. That's cute. That's funny. Anyway, so yeah, somebody could be really getting to a greater truth, feeling much more elevated and you know, at ease, recognizing, you know, they are where they're meant to be in certain ways, whether that's like mentally or emotionally, you know, but there's a need to kind of allow for that to be recognized. Okay, so somebody could be, yeah, going through a certain transformation. And excuse me, what's interesting is the Four of Wands kind of looks like the top of this card, right? You know, so there could have been this transformation needed for you know, each person basically to embody what this true desired structure would be within themselves in order to bring this into their physical reality as well. So like recognize what the stability is that you're desiring of, and, you know, move forward acting accordingly and stuff, instead of just expecting that for everybody else or from everybody else. There's a need to set the tone and initiate that pattern. Okay, so somebody could be kind of blocking their anxiety at this time and getting ready to express themselves from a, you know, higher aligned emotional awareness. They could be recognizing that this is something that they've been kind of holding themselves in the position for desiring of. They could have been going through different battles and difficulty, really can been worn and weary in different ways, but they could be feeling like they're looking at things from an elevated perspective with a new passion and truth, and they could be feeling like they're, you know, really able to bring what they want physically into the world and move forward towards the long term with this. Okay, we got the Knight of Cups showing its face right here, so somebody could be really following their heart when it comes to expressing themselves from, you know, what they're feeling is truly fulfilling. Okay, right. Somebody's looked at things from all different perspectives, recognized what different illusionary dynamics there were, and they could be feeling really passionate about asserting themselves and dedicating themselves towards like really moving into what it is that they're, you know, wanting to embody, like I said, regardless of whatever conflict they may be looking at or dealing with. They are looking at things in a more positive way. Okay, yeah, they could be allowing for the sun to shine in a way that they're no longer Oh, I thought that was the 5. That's funny. I thought this was the 5 of Pentacles, and I was going to say they're no longer looking at loss, but it's a Page of Pentacles, so it's like definitely not. They're seeing, somebody's seeing the worth of this new beginning, okay, and a more nurturing relationship dynamic, okay. Okay. All right. So somebody could be really feeling contented with the position that they're bringing themselves to. They could be, you know, really moving forward into calmer waters and knowing that they're leading themselves towards success. And really, like I was saying, about like embodying what it is that you're desiring to bring in. You know, this is the environment card that I'm always talking about. So it's like this person is definitely, you know, going to be in a position where they're grown into, you know, what they are desiring of receiving of, you know. So it's like somebody's really ready to really kind of immerse themselves completely, I guess, right? Within, you know, what it was that they're desiring of receiving. Oh, hold on. Is it extra cards? Hold on a second. Okay, there's extra. I'm like, whoops. But yeah, let's find out a little more right here. Just a little more. I always feel all rushed and stuff, and then I'm like, after I watch it, I'm like, oh, I should have gotten more details or something. Anyway, so we got a crow and a garden. All right. Somebody could be recalling certain events. Okay, they could have been in certain, it says, let me see, public venues, society, crowds, audience, party, meeting, event, date, community, outdoors. And then it says playing the field. So yeah, somebody could be kind of, and we got the crow right there, remembering certain event, and then it says a new event right there. Yeah, somebody could be, they could have been paying attention from like an outside perspective at a lot of different kind of situations. Okay, we got, we have a child right here. Somebody could be wanting to move forward brand new towards new beginnings with a new perspective, being more carefree and tender. Okay. But yeah, okay, so somebody could have been, you know, watching or paying attention to certain situations from an outside perspective and recalling certain awarenesses. Okay, they could be wanting to embark, lead into a new beginning, okay, with a greater sense of strength. And they could be wanting to be stealth, okay, but where did I just say? What? Which one did I just read? I was going to read interest, but then it said self-interest, and then I'm like, that doesn't seem like I read the thing. But anyway, so, yeah, somebody could be kind of wanting to move forward discreetly towards their interest, but also leading and initiating. Okay, somebody could be wanting to move forward towards some type of collaboration. They could be wanting to receive support or valued input and get to it says be heard, have a discussion, a healthy debate. Okay, somebody could be getting to wanting to get to a more unified position. Okay, and they're, you know, they're wanting to lead the way. Okay, it says dominate, be successful. Okay, somebody wants to get it done. They got the drive, they're motivated, will to win. Okay, 1 + 3. Okay, no more reading of these until I pull. Okay, so yeah, somebody could be wanting to move forward kind of discreetly, but also intentionally, and lead the way towards a new beginning, a new perspective. We got a lily and a stork right here. So somebody could be wanting to get certain things established. Okay, they could be wanting to renew some certain type of dynamic. They could have gone through a transformation. Somebody could have had some distorted view. Willful ignorance. Whoa. They could have been lacking clarity, but at this point they could be feeling much more grounded. There could be a lot more roots that they are, you know, connecting with, okay? And it says personal growth, evolving, past lives, connection to source. So somebody could be really, you know, allowing for a greater sense of growth and maturity. And it says from the past, lifetimes, long ago, old age. Somebody's wanting to take it slow. They know this is a situation that could be enduring, basically. So, interesting. Yeah, there's a major shift in somebody's awareness. Oh my god. We got swans right here. Okay, soulmate, twin flame, soulmate. Blooming love, the one, deep soul connections, divination, fluidity, and faith. Okay, somebody could be wanting to move forward towards a soulmate connection, or you know, a soul connection. We got agreement, pact, cycles, promise, karma, closure, circle of trust, committed, contracts, partnership. Reaping what you sow. Okay, so somebody could be really wanting to move forward towards you know, a contented and committed relationship dynamic. Okay, they're wanting to take certain steps, but they could be kind of seeing the path in front of them, and they could be moving forward, progressing. We got spiritual growth as well, and then the fox one came out. So yeah, somebody could be wanting to kind of clarify a situation. They could be wanting to figure out what their concerns may have been in the first place. Okay. Somebody could have had a change of heart. They could be, you know, having a transition towards a new beginning, like I was saying. There could be this divine timing. It says perfect timing, origins, culmination, incremental, unstoppable. Stands the test of time. So somebody could be feeling like they're moving forward into a situation where it's like everything's aligning. Okay. They could be needing to purge certain situations. Oh my gosh. In order to restore harmony. Okay, both of these are talking about cutting things out right there. So interesting. But so yeah, somebody could be recognizing what it is that they're needing to remove from their life, okay, what they need to liberate from. It says ripping off the band-aid. So somebody could be, you know, knowing that they're needing to release from their life, but also move intentionally towards what they're wanting to bring in. And we have alchemy. So somebody could be really alchemizing and moving forward towards what it is that they can be creating, like with the mortar and the pestle. So somebody could be wanting to move forward, bring things together. Wow. And they've definitely been having a certain magnetic pull when it comes to a woman they have a desire for. Okay. Take it how it resonates, but that's pretty interesting. So yeah, there's a longing and a desire. Okay. Somebody could be feeling like they're being drawn in towards a feminine energy. Okay. So we got church right there. Okay, so somebody's focusing on their family values, the structure, their belief system. It says collective consciousness, programming. Okay, so somebody could be you know, really kind of wanting to move forward towards what they feel is really meant for them in certain ways, and it could be something that is, you know, really kind of at this point helping for them to create a greater sense of importance within the structure of the life that they're wanting to build. Okay, we have philosophy. Okay, mystery, intellectual knowledge, education, secrets, the unknown. Okay, manuscripts and author. So somebody could be wanting to move forward in a way where they're finding out what they're, you know, desiring of, but also taking action in a way where they are co-creating and involved. Okay. Oh my goodness. Somebody could have been using diversion tactics or moving forward with misleading information to misguide. But at this point, there is some type of major surprise or game changer, something unexpected or unpredictable that could be occurring that is really shaking things up, okay? So, crazy. So, something's gonna come out, and there's gonna be major shifts and changes apparently that are no longer something somebody's gonna be wanting to deny, apparently. Whoa. It's a lot of cards. Okay, taking them. Here we go. So yeah, it says radical break from the past. Wow. So somebody could be making a major shift. It says transplant right there, or uprooted. So somebody could be, you know, pulling their energy out of a certain situation and taking action. It could be even that they're, you know, moving proactively or protectively towards, you know, what they feel is important. Ooh, let me see. Uh-oh, my phone's gonna die. Could have just gotten an invitation, or will be. Hold on, there we go. Let's see. Let me finish this off really quick. Oh man, there's a lot of cards left. Here we go. So yeah, somebody could be wanting to move forward in a way where they are getting more clarity, okay? They could be wanting to examine the fine print. They feel the situation could be larger than life, but they're wanting to know the details, okay? There's certain very important details, okay, that somebody could be needing in order to feel that they can get going. Okay, it says the pressure's on, urgent, do it now. So somebody could be wanting to be bold and goal oriented. They want to take certain risks, but they could be wanting to gain the epiphanous knowledge to get them to jump into gear. That's so funny. I was going to say that before I saw the card. How silly, silly. So yeah, somebody could be, that is so funny too, because we got the cars and then gear, and then we got a horsepower. Something about cars could be something. But so yeah, somebody could be wanting to find out what it is that they need to get into gear and get moving, okay? And bold is on 2 out of 3, 2 of these cards right there. So yeah, somebody could be wanting to make bold moves, moving fearlessly, thinking outside the box, okay? Taking risks. Stop. And we got another word right there. I just remembered this little quote from this show that I watched, but, what's it called? What's the term he used? Oh no, my phone's gonna die still. Put it on the charger. Lame, hold on. Oh, I got it in there now. What was the untamed horses, but it was a different term for untamed horses. It was, something like unbridled equines or something. Anyway. I don't know. I'm not gonna. Anyway, so somebody could be moving fast. Okay, moving forward towards a new beginning with strong emotions. Okay, they could be wanting to break free, and it says unbridled right there. Unleashing the inner beast. Okay, they could be wanting to be very fertile. Okay, with what they're wanting to open themselves up to. Okay, somebody could be wanting to look deeper. They can see that there's more than meets the eye. They could have certain buried emotions, I guess, or memories. And they could have been wanting to initiate in a way that kind of gets the ball rolling. Okay, they could be wanting to be assertive and fierce, but determined and fearless again. When it comes to coming together within a larger connected network, okay? Somebody could be wanting to expand and really, you know, come together in a way that's creating greater connectivity. We got harmony right there. So somebody could be wanting to move forward into a more harmonious position, okay? Being expressive with their love, their gratitude, their appreciation. They could be open and warm and rising above. Okay, they could be aligning with their higher self and moving forward towards what they'd envision with their you know, third eye. They could have had they could be getting to a position of feeling you know, truly courageous in order to forge ahead and liberate themselves, standing up for their truth. Another card saying bold and passionate, okay? So somebody could be feeling the changes that they're making are bringing them true freedom and justice, which it says from dark to light, okay? So somebody could be really being illuminated and even illuminating themselves in a way that they need to. Okay, I'm going to try and run through these cards really quick. Let me see. So yeah, somebody could be wanting to have a more united collaboration. We got another horse in here. They could be wanting to move forward with a message that they have in regards to what they've been planning towards or what they've envisioned. Okay, we got blueprints right there. Towards a golden ticket. Okay, so somebody could be feeling like they're, you know, really moving forward towards a, you know, a turning point in their life. Okay, moving forward towards something special, an extraordinary event or opportunity. And they can embrace a greater, more positive, lucky outlook, okay? We have opportunity and opportunity, okay? So there's definitely, like, it says, someone's coming, okay? So opportunity is knocking, all right? Somebody's recognizing that this is a start to a brand new beginning, a new dawn. They could be seeing much more easily, and obviously the issues that they had been dealing with when they'd felt separate or isolated. Okay, they could be really having a new light be shined on a situation. And they could be, you know, much more open to the investments or the resources of what they can envision at this time. Okay. It says deeply committed right here. So there's been some major catalytic heart awakening. It says rising from the ashes. There's been a death and rebirth with a total transformation and complete renewal. Okay. Somebody could be recognizing uncommon bonds. Okay. But they are manifesting their deepest desires. Wow. All in for what you love. Okay. And reawakening lost hopes. So, wow. Somebody's really embracing this fully. Oh, we got love and heart right here. Okay, somebody could have been concealing their true feelings or disguising and projecting what their, you know, persona really was. Okay, they could be moving forward in a way where they're getting more joyful, blissful, contented, feeling fulfilled, romantic, passionate, caring, affection, having more affection and kindness, okay? And somebody could be seeing that this is like planting seeds towards their future and what they feel is truly purposeful. And what's funny, we got 24, 24 right there, and then 23 and 3, so not the same, but somebody could be seeing certain synchronistic things. We got 34 and then 24 as well. So there's 3 24s right there, actually. Anyway, and there's another one. Stop. That's so weird. I didn't even notice this is a 2 and this is a 4 and that's a 24. And then I was looking at these, the 10 and the 14 right there. And then we got 2 more 24s right here. So 24 could definitely be a number. We got 10, 10 right there, and 30. I don't know. But that was interesting. So yeah, somebody could be feeling like they're putting all the different pieces together, getting a greater sense of clarity within what they feel purposeful within, okay? And look at that. How cute. We got unconditional love, okay? Legendary, divine union, eternal love, enduring, connected, love of a lifetime, and infinity, developing over time, flavor, family, legacy, the good stuff, okay? Alchemy, transformed, ripening, and age as well. Somebody could be kind of moving forward into a much more openly loving relationship dynamic, and they could be feeling that they have the mettle at this point to endure, okay? They have the ability that they need to in order to temper themselves as needed, okay? So strength, persistence, resolve, purpose, focus, concentration, resilience. Take determined action and strike while the iron's hot. Okay. So, yeah, somebody could be really feeling motivated, okay? And they could be, not really wanting to rush the situation based on seeing that it can be over, or it could be enduring, but they could be seeing how, they are overflowing with emotion at this time, okay? They could be having, they could be recognizing the abundance that could be overflowing when they do engage in a situation as well. And someone could be feeling like they're moving forward in a pure way, moving forward miracles and peace, okay? Taking a leap of faith. And let's see, we got freedom, reconciliation. And yeah, somebody could be kind of initiating, possibly even forcing themselves to initiate. But there's this recognition that somebody is recognizing that they have the ability to create what it is that they've envisioned, basically. So, you got this. You got this. See the dogs and the whip? Anyway, so, yeah, somebody could be like, psh, psh. Get on with it. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, somebody could be wanting to take action intentionally, asserting themselves. Okay, they could have been containing their emotions, but at this point they are, getting to a more calm and comforted state of mind. Okay, we have house, belonging, roots, comfort again, and house and home actually. So yeah, somebody could be feeling much more secure and elevated within the status of what their feelings are. Okay, somebody could be feeling that they're on a quest, okay? And they're being faithful. They could be feeling that they are able to depend on the shifts and the changes and move into a much more peaceful and harmonious position, okay? There could have been some type of third party dynamic, but at this point somebody could be feeling like they're moving towards a more playful, humorous, and fun type of interaction. They could be feeling more in tune with others within a certain collaboration, more joyful, helpful, playful, okay? I was going to stop, but we got a woman right there. And there she is. Ah, and a boy. That's funny. We got a person that needs to mature a little more, maybe. But, let's see. There could be some type of communication that is initiated, okay? It could be showing that there is a supportive friend, soulmate, faithful companion, okay? So somebody could be kind of receiving a message that they could have been desiring of, and this could be some type of leap of faith that could be occurring. And we got 1122 right there. So it's interesting. Okay, this is it. I said that before, but oh yeah, look at Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so there could be some destined shift or a change. And 1122. Yeah, somebody could be feeling that they're moving forward into a new, shift or change, but they could be having they could be feeling that there is a risk when it comes to being vulnerable or open with their emotions. Okay, it says glass heart right here. So somebody could be feeling, delicate within a certain transparency that they're wanting to have, but they're wanting to take a risk. Okay. Somebody could have been dealing with betrayal and toxic or deceptive behavior, okay, that was counterproductive in their life. But at this point, look at these boots are made for walking. So somebody's gonna be walking away. They could be, moving forward independently, confidently, okay, and with a greater sense of faith. Look at that. So yeah, somebody could be feeling they're moving forward towards a destined position, okay. They could be taking a leap of faith, moving suddenly. There could be major shifts and changes, But look at that. Oh. Stop. That's so crazy. So it goes from this right here after the leap of faith, right? So leap of faith, and then, oh no, tornado. Who knows what's going to happen? And then double rainbow, harmony, and a lion. That's nice, right? So yeah, somebody could be feeling like they are overcoming the difficulty, getting to a more harmonious position, being able to ascend, really bringing in their higher self-awareness into their life in a physical way, and feel contented and secure within their own strength. Okay, look at that. We got achievement right here. So somebody could be moving into a much more victorious position. Okay, they could have been dealing with a lot of people that talk a lot or were immature, but they're moving forward towards new beginnings. Okay, they could be kind of detouring themselves. Getting to a position where they're prepared for anything. How cute are these cards coming together? The squirrel's driving the boat. Anyway, so ridiculous. But yeah, so somebody could be, you know, getting ready to kind of take action in a way where they are navigating more intentionally. And look at the beaver. And look at, could be, you know, creating their environment as they truly desire at this point, right? Based on what is necessary, and, you know, not only for themselves but others. A lot of animals are coming up right here. Okay, so it says making dreams real, determined. Okay, new things on the horizon. Things have been working against you, but persistence pays off. Okay, so you could be getting to a more closer connection where there's peace and harmony. Okay, look at that. Next level. Yeah, somebody could have been dealing with a lot of stress and anxiety, worry, fear, what they could have been missing out on. Okay, but at this point they could be feeling like they've received the key to what had been locked. Okay, they could be seeing through facades and getting to a more wise awareness of, you know, what it is that they're wanting to bring in and what they're wanting to shift away from. Okay, they could be moving forward towards independently and boldly, confidently moving forward towards what they're wanting to express and communicate, and move forward on their true path with that epiphany that they had. Okay, that's so funny. All right, so somebody could have been in some type of recovery, but they're recognizing that wishes do come true. All right. And they are protected on the path that they are desiring to go. They could have felt that they were moving into a position where they were isolated or lost, but now they could be recognizing that they are kind of steering on their own desired course. Okay, we got drum. So they're setting the tone right there with their own self-expression, ready to be heard and be bold, send a clear message, and clear things up, I guess, right here. Let me see. Last one. Okay, so somebody could be moving forward towards good fortune and a happy coincidence. When it comes to a volatile situation, there could have been some type of catalyst, but it's also creating a shift or a change, and kind of helping for somebody to recall what they had been forgetting of previously. Okay, or they could have been disregarding. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go though. I feel like the last couple minutes I was just like, oh, I gotta go. So that could be relevant, I guess, but this thing's in the way, isn't it? Anyway, talk to you later.